Come on, Fuzzy, buddy. It's been a minute since we've been playing Heroes of the Storm. So we had to do Mephisto, Spotlight, Trailer.
I got broads in the London. Choosing to be in the front. Credit cards in the stomachs. Getting the licks in the drum. Legacy. Family. Legacy. Look like a pun. Going up like a Montana. 20 killers on the helmets. Legacy. Family. Legacy. Huggy school. Down. Selling ball. Then on the macho like Randy. Chopper go out to the ground. They make a bullet in panic. 50 killers on the stand.
Oh, that's a filthy drop. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Alrighty, guys. This is hype. This is OG hype. Okay. So, let's check it out.
Long ago, Mephisto, Lord of Hatred, was captured by the Herodrum and sealed within one of 3 soul stones. But his imprisonment was part of a grander plan. Over the course of centuries, Mephisto corrupted the Zakharum priests who were watching over him, manipulating them into freeing him and his primeval brethren.
Bail. They better do bail next.
The sinister effects of Mephisto's hatred follow him wherever he goes, whether it be the confines of a soul stone or the cosmos of the Nexus.
Oh, God. I'm so stoked. Oh! He actually looks very true to form. You're too late. AoE damage, strong against CC, and sustained damage. Weaknesses, low cloud control. He's not going to be a SoundCloud rapper with that kind of hype. Low crowd control, burst damage, and melee.
Mephisto is a ranged assassin who excels at dealing sustained area damage and evading crowd control. Mephisto's trait is Lord of Hatred.
Good.
Hitting enemy heroes with his basic abilities lowers their cooldown for each hero they hit.
Okay.
Lord of Hatred allows Mephisto to deal a lot of damage as long as he casts his abilities at the right time and hits multiple heroes with each usage. Skull Missile is Mephisto's first basic ability. He conjures an ethereal skull, and after a short delay, launches it in the target direction, slowing and damaging all enemy heroes in its path. It serves as an effective poke and makes it difficult for enemies to escape from Mephisto's other abilities.
It slows, it's good. He's clearly got AoE.
Lightning Nova provides Mephisto with another way to deal area damage. He creates a ring of lightning around himself that damages enemy heroes for as long as they are in contact with it. Lightning Nova's damage is increased for each hero it hits. In the right position, Mephisto can inflict some serious pain. Mephisto's final basic ability is Shade of Mephisto. When cast, Mephisto teleports to the target location and deals damage in a small area around him.
That really reminds me of Nevermore from Dota.
A shade of Mephisto stays in his original location until he teleports back to it a short time later.
But he's not
With clever usage, Mephisto can finish off a retreating hero, dodge area damage, and avoid CC.
All heroes now can top tier.
Consume Souls, Mephisto's first heroic ability, reveals all enemy heroes while he's channeling. When the channel completes, all revealed heroes are damaged and slowed.
Yes!
It can act as a powerful finishing move when his basic abilities are unable to kill his enemies. If the damage from Consume Souls doesn't kill Mephisto's enemies outright, his allies will know where to find them and finish the job.
Yeah, that's really smart.
Durance of Hate provides Mephisto
Durance of Hate! I love it!
with a powerful disruption tool. A short time after it is cast, Mephisto unleashes a horde of evil spirits in the target direction, damaging and rooting the first enemy hero they hit.
Ooh, that's interesting, because you give him either basically Zeus or Karthus ult. Zeus is instant in Dota, Karthus is like pow in League of Legends, so there's a bit of a warm-up. So this is more similar to that, but I like it. I mean, everyone says, oh, you're just taking the abilities and stuff, but I disagree. I think that's good use of it. But but it also, you have the option, so you can go for like a root heavy kit. Like you can go for that, and then you provide a little bit of CC for your team, which I think is pretty sweet. Especially, it gives him team fight presence. He'd also be really good at like maybe like multi-laning or something, because he can be like, oh, I'll just pop my ults.
Spirits fan out in search of other nearby enemy heroes, damaging and rooting them as well. A
Oh,
well-timed Durance of Hate can swing an entire team fight in Mephisto's favor.
yeah. So Durance of Hate for sure.
You are too late.
You're too late. Nice.
Mephisto is all about positioning and choosing the right
Yeah.
moment to strike. The greater the number of enemy heroes he hits with each of his basic abilities, the more often he can cast them. Lightning Nova in particular has the potential to deal high amounts of damage over the course of a match with the right tactics. Take advantage
Yeah,
of
but those
pumped
guys
up
didn't
enemy
move at all.
teams, especially when their movement is hindered.
Spread out. How do you counter
Using
him?
Shade
Spread
of
out.
Mephisto in clever ways can deal area damage while maintaining an escape route. Mephisto will return to his Shade's location even if he is stunned or otherwise incapacitated, allowing him to be more aggressive than other ranged assassins.
Oh.
At level 13,
It's a good song by Muse. Download it.
Mephisto gains access to the
Lord of Hatred also reduces the cooldown of
Hysteria
Mephisto's
talent, which upgrades Lord of Hatred to also reduce the cooldown of his heroics. At level 20, the Consumed by Hatred talent causes Consumed Souls to be recast if its initial damage kills an enemy hero. Combining these two
What? Straight up what? So,
talents allows Consumed Souls to be cast far more often, leaving Mephisto's enemies nowhere to hide. At level 20 is the Shade Lord talent, which significantly upgrades Shade of
Consume Soul recasts upon takedown. Awesome. Durance of Hate silences. Shade of Mephisto can cast a Lightning Nova, which is cool. Oh yeah, and then you can be a little bit like you can be a little skipsy tipsy, and you can do like what you're doing with Maev's E, or you can reactivate it to blink to it. That's cool.
Mephisto. Not only does it let Mephisto switch places with his Shade, but it also gives him access to all of his level 7 talents, transforming Shade of Mephisto into a workhorse ability that slows enemy heroes, grants him armor and movement speed, and enables some amazing plays.
Yeah, that looks pretty sweet.
Mephisto, the most cunning of the primevals, has set his insidious plans in motion once again. All will soon bend to
I'm
his will,
excited!
or they will succumb to his hatred. Make sure to leave us a comment or subscribe to Heroes of the Storm on YouTube, and we'll see you in the Nexus. Insidious
Oh,
plan-
man. This
plans
is
in
super
motion.
hype. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this hero, guys. I have been I made a Heroes of the Storm like hero rant video about all the heroes I wanted them to incorporate into the game. Mephisto was one of them and has been one of them for quite some time. So I'm really excited to see him. I think they always need more Diablo heroes. I would love to
Once
see
again.
You know, I'd love to see other heroes as well in here. Is it HD? Yeah, it's HD. Fine. I would love to see other heroes in here, like, you know, oh, I don't know, one of the Dreadlords, because I think that's probably pretty good. We could get maybe like Manaroth or Pit Lord or something. But they're really well rounding out their Diablo roster. And I mean, I'm glad they brought the lightning in, because I was like, they should make a sorceress who just does lightning, or like Mephisto shoots lightning. Lightning Nova's pretty cool. I'll be honest. Some of the abilities pretty sweet. Some of them, like the Skull Missile, it's a skill shot. It's not that exciting. Lightning Nova is kind of, it reminds me of a little bit like Alarak, like his abilities It reminds me a little bit of that because it's like if you get it in that sweet spot and you're able to hit them with it, it's really beneficial. If the lightning is in between, like if you know how to play Alarak, lightning, guy here, you're here, zap, and it goes in between. That's cool. So there's some options there. And the cooldown reduction and also consume souls recasting, I think is going to be super fun for securing kills. I mean, against Tracer, I don't know who's going to be able to dodge it, but I think it's going to be like most other things. Like if you have a Tracer, maybe don't play it. If you have a Maiev, maybe don't pick that one. But Durance of Hate looks absolutely out of control. Like, Durance of Hate looks just sick. Let's see if they've got some builds out for him already. Probably do. Talent calculator is now live. All right. I do love me some Icy Veins, guys. I'm not sponsored by them, but Icy Veins is like my favorite website for this. And plus, it's always fun to have another Thirsty Bursty assassin in. I do like the Thirsty Bursty. The Thusty Busty assassins. Where are you, Mephisto? God, right by Malthael should be. Really? There's no build for him yet. There's no build for him yet. I don't think he's live yet, but when he is, pretty flippin' sweet. Pretty sure I'm going to buy him. I think in terms of the art style of him, they did a good job. It's hard to see some of the old like Diablo characters and stuff. It's hard to see, you know, what they look like. But I remember Mephisto kind of on this like cloud of lightning with multiple limbs, and he's got those spiky horns and that mean looking face. He's kind of got the chains a little bit like Kel'Thuzad. He's almost reminiscent of that. I think he looks sweet. I think he looks really sweet. I think Shade of Mephisto is going to be, that's going to be kind of like the divining rod for newbie players. Like that's going to tell me right away if you're good or bad, as if you know how to use your Shade of Mephisto, and you know that'll be what makes and breaks plays, is how you can jump around with Shade of Mephisto. Durance of Hate is just absurd, though. Being able to, where's Durance of Hate here?
Lightning Nova to the target are timed during the right Mephisto's favor.
Mephisto's
Enemy
favor.
hero they hit. The spirits fan out in search of other nearby enemy heroes, damaging and rooting them as well.
Wow.
A well-timed Durance of Hate can swing an entire team fight in Mephisto's favor.
The fact that it's basically like, I mean, he straight up reminds me right now of a little bit of like, I don't know if you guys play a lot of Dota, but there's the Lich character in Dota, Kel'Thuzad character with that ice ball that goes like, psh, 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 psh. Or like, it's kind of like Juggernaut in Dota, or like Master Yi in League, where it's like, and it attacks multiple people, or not Priestess of the Moon, but the other one, Luna and Priestess of the Moon, or Luna in Dota, yeah. The so it's like the fact that it fans out makes it so powerful, because if you've got any other character with a team fight ult, if you've got Zagara, Gazlo, if you've even got Kel'Thuzad, you know, you can use that to really maximize damage potential. If you've got that and like Kael'thas or Kel'Thuzad's either ult, you know, if you've got an Abathur, if you've got the Butcher and you can like chain them and root them all, and then as soon as that ends, you do Durance of Hate and it spreads out again, you know, you can actually set up plays for Butcher really well. I mean, everyone hates on Butcher, but I think he's awesome. So you can either do that, or like, what are some other heroes he'd combo really well with? In terms of a support for him, I think he probably needs a bit of a burst support. Like, probably a good support for him would be maybe like Anna, because of her ult. Anna would combo really well with him just primarily because of her ult. With Nano Boost, you can do a whole bunch of extra bonus damage. And also, I think Karazim would be excellent too, because since he's so squishy, you know, you can just be like, and you're not dead. And then, oh, wait, I hop back to my shadow and all this craziness happens. I'm always a fan in terms of supports with assassins being Lucio, Rhaegar, Uther. Uther would be great with him too. Those are my 3 favorite supports right now. Rhaegar, Uther, Lucio, and Karazim is up there too. They're all tied for first. I like Morales kind of, but you know, it's just the potential of what you can do with this hero is really, really cool. It looks like a hero that's fairly simple to pick up, but it's like Hearthstone, like easy to learn, difficult to master, you know. But also like he's not so insane that you have to main him and you can't play anyone else. Like I feel like when I play Alarak, for example, I have to spend all this time playing Alarak and learning and relearning him and making sure I'm just great with Alarak. And whereas if you play a hero like, I don't know, Kale, you're like, all right, yeah, I know what the spells do. Great. You know. Would he be fun with Cho'Gall? Probably. Any hero who can help peel for him. Thrall would be a good hero that works with him. Raynor would be a great hero because if you're, you know, focusing him, you're not focusing Raynor, and Raynor can just dish out the damage. Varian would also be really good if you do taunt Varian. Tracer as well, because she can, you know, anyone who can dive, like we saw Illidan in the video, that's pretty sweet. You can dive. Zeratul as well. I think a lot of people underestimate probably the Zeratul combo with this guy. Zeratul's ult, either one. Well, no, I'm thinking primarily Void Prison actually. But even if you get Might of the Nathrazim, you know, Zeratul is able to chase, so this guy pairs really well. Sorry, by this guy I mean Mephisto pairs really well with say a lot, hey, when I talk. This guy pairs really well with Mephisto because you can chase down. You've got the blink and all that stuff. Falstad, we saw in the video, he rickrolled some guys. I actually think another one people aren't going to consider is Malthael. I know everyone is kind of over Malthael right now, but Malthael is going to be in close, doing all this damage over time, and Mephisto can burst to his heart's content in the background. Mephisto doesn't look like he has really effective wave clear, so perhaps a Ragnaros on your team. Maybe be a bit greedy and go with the Devil Firewall. I like doing that myself. Chromie would be maybe overkill. Who else? Who do you guys think? Post in the comments below who do you think pairs really well with them. Zul'jin would be really great because, you know, the burst and then Zul'jin can Taz Dingo, get in the fight, stay in the fight. Mephisto can blink out, and then everyone's going to be, you know, trying to kill Zul'jin. Mephisto can ult. And then if you have, say, you know, if we have like a specialist like Nazebo or Gazlo, you know, we can really secure kill, or a specialist like Gazlo or Zagara for some more AoE follow-up after that. Maybe a route from Zul. You know, a lot of cool options with this. A lot of cool options. And Lost Vikings. Lost Vikings is going to be top tier, JK. Tanks that work really well with them. Anubarak, I'd say. Anubarak and Arthas. Blaze, Joanna, Rexar. It all depends on CC, because you need to be able to peel for him. So I just listed off all my favorite tanks, but I don't know, man. Artanis might be really good, because if you can get those repositions. ETC, okay, top tier, top 3 picks. Top 3 picks, we're going with ETC for that AoE. Joanna, because she just gets in your face and doesn't leave it. And then anyone with really, really hard peel, like, you know, Diablo or a new Barak, especially someone bursty, you can clean up a lot of kills with a good Mephisto. I think if you tunnel in, pop them with your E, you stun them. Mephisto's doing all his spell combo. You know, a new Barak, I think actually I'm going to be playing a lot more of them lately, specifically because of that. The reason I say Rexar, more targets to focus than Mephisto. There's two big tanky guys in front. Rexar also brings the stun to the equation, so he can do that. He can follow up. You know, and Mephisto's just going to be really fun at securing those kills. And I know a lot of people like getting the kill. That's why in quick match we see so many people, even to this day, playing Nova with triple tap, because it's fun to get the kill and be like, I got the kill at reset. I got the other kill at reset. Got the other kill. And if you want to be that guy who's like pop, 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 just cracking your opponents like eggs, then Mephisto's going to be your guy. Mephisto's going to be your guy. So we've gone over assassins that I think will combo well with them. Some warrior options too. A new Barak, Artanis, Blaze, Rexar, Joanna. But most importantly, ETC. ETC looks really, really good for this combo. We could even go Tyrael. We could even go Taunt Variant. Stitches for the reposition. Anyone who can get you in a place where I want you to be. In quick match, Stitches and those guys aren't going to be that great because you're not going to be able to coordinate that efficiently. But if you're with your high-level professional team, yeah, you're going to be able to time it, be like, okay, hook him, blah, 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 boom, blow him up. Or even Maiev. I didn't even think about her wall. Her ult, her Warden's, not Warden's Cage, sorry. If you go with Maiev and you go with, Warden's Cage. Not Prison, Warden's Cage. That's going to make basically that whole zone, you know, I've got a buffer. The other one that I didn't mention for top specialists with them, I think Maiev is going to be a really important one. I know I mentioned Zagara, and I mentioned Nazebo, and I mentioned Gazlo for the Wombo combo. But Medivh, that portal lets you get in and out. Easy. Easy. You've already got an escape with your E, but you've got that bonus escape with Medivh, and you've got that, you've got his W, you've got his bubble. So, I don't know, man. I think really good team, just to theory craft a team. I would say maybe like a melee hero, someone who can wave clear. Warrior, let's throw a new Barak in there. Support, let's get a Karazim. Let's get a Lucio or a Rhaegar. Specialist, throw in a Medivh and maybe a Zagara, and you're good to go. So I hope you like that, guys. I enjoyed making this video. I hope you guys did too. Karm Warm Fuzzies. I love you guys. And we're just gonna jam. We're just gonna have a jam with this hero. He looks so fun. I love his ult. It looks really good. Both of them are super cool. I'm really excited, guys. I'm really excited. So yeah. Have a watch, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you do. That's social media jazz. Hit me up on Twitter. I love gaming with you guys. I game with viewers all the time. So hit me up. Bye-bye!